Good morning and welcome to our Goodwill JCC Job Connection Centers podcast. Today we have a very special guest, but before we get into our guest, I just want to kind of reintroduce myself. My name is Charles and I work with the Job Connection Center as a job developer. Before we get started with our special guest, I just want to kind of remind you guys of the mission of Goodwill. Our mission is to improve the lives of people with disabilities or other disadvantages through employment, training, and job placement opportunities. If any of this information that you hear and you want any other information or you have any questions about what we do and what we offer, feel free to contact us at www.goodwillnwohio.com. You can reach us on Facebook at Goodwill Now or at JCCNWO. You can come in person at the Madison location and the DeVoe location from 8 to 4:30. And you can also call us at 419-255-0070, extension 3104. Or you can email us at jcc@goodwillnwohio.org. So if you have any information about any information that you want to share with us or any questions about any information that we share, feel free to contact us via any of those places. So today, like I said, we have a special guest. She's coming to talk to us about resumes. How do we buff up our resumes? How do we get them ready for the future employers that we want to work with? So introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Candy, and I'm a job coach at the JCC at Madison.
Thank you, Candy. Thank you for joining us. So let's get into it. What is an example of a good resume?
A good resume should be not too long. You should keep it short. You should list all your accomplishments and your job duties. Cater to the industry that you're applying for. You should have a career summary. Use common sense etiquette when you're describing your job duties. Also with your email address, it should be professional. Keep it simple. Your name. You don't want to use nicknames or anything like that.
What are some bad resumes that you've seen, or what are some things that you've seen on a resume that would make it a bad resume?
Anything with typos, grammatical errors, lack of specifics, the one-size-fits-all approach. Like I said before, you should tailor it to the company that you're applying for. Going too long, too much to read, an employer is not going to want to read a 3-page resume.
Right. And so when you say make it towards the field that you're working on, can you explain that? So if I have 6 jobs or 7 jobs that I have in the past, should I put that on the resume or what should I do if I have? Because I do understand that they don't want to see a gap in the resume. So how should we approach that?
You should list your last 3 employers.
Okay.
And if there's a little gap, volunteer experience counts, but you shouldn't span through your whole life history of every single job you've had in your entire life.
Okay. So when a client comes to talk to you about creating a resume, what does that look like? How do you?
We have a little worksheet. It's general information we have them fill out. Of course, your name, your address, email, phone number, high school, and if you attended college, what your major was, if you graduated, and then your 3 most recent employers. And then we also want you to list any type of volunteer experience or special skills or interest.
Okay, and so if I'm a client coming to you for the first time, should I bring all of that information with me or?
Yes.
Okay.
Access that information.
Besides making resumes, what else do you help create down at the JCC?
We can also assist with cover letters. It's nice to have a cover letter. If you have a specific company that you're applying for, it makes it more personal if you have a cover letter along with your resume.
And what's an example of, like, what should a cover letter have in detail?
You should introduce yourself. It can be a little bit more personal than the resume. List what your objectives are, why you want to work for that specific company. But again, keep it simple and short so there isn't too much to read.
Okay. What do you think about the reference page? Should that be added to the resume, or how should we go about handing that in to an employer?
References should not be part of your resume. Those should be given to the employer upon request.
So when we talk about references, what's your suggestion as a good reference versus a bad reference?
The best references are someone that you've worked with before, a coworker, someone that knows what kind of employee you are, that can say that you are a great person to work with. You don't want to use your mom or your dad or a family member as a reference.
Okay. What if you have worked with a family member in the past? How do you go about doing that? Let's say for our younger people who maybe younger viewers who maybe only job have maybe working for their dad at a restaurant or their dad's lawn care company. How do they add that to the resume for a reference?
Well, explaining that you worked for a family business.
Okay.
Use the family member's title rather than maybe their name, and explain the situation.
Okay. And I also too found when it comes to references, using old teachers and old coaches as well. As a coach, I know a lot of kids always ask me for a reference, and those are also good references. People who, like you said, don't know you they know you personally, but don't know you. That's not from family. So people who may see you grow up in a church setting too, especially for our younger viewers. Cool, that's some good information. Do you have any tips or anything that you have seen in the past that is like a big no-no, or anything that you know that you could put on the resume that would get a good look?
I've seen some real interesting email addresses in the past, and that's one of the first things that an employer is going to see. So you really want to keep it professional, no nicknames, anything like that. That's like a big no-no. It's one of the first things they read on your email. So your name, maybe how old you are, just keep it simple and professional.
Okay. I definitely like the fact that you said sometimes people put their birth dates in their email or the year they was born, and sometimes that can be a tool used against you that they don't know. So you don't have to necessarily do that. That is a great tip. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to come and join us and give us those tips. Just to recap, for what I've learned from speaking with you today is proper email addresses is important. We definitely don't want to get to a situation where we're using nicknames or using slang. So Mr. J. Doe versus Mr. Bait, Mr. J. Doe, something crazy at the end is definitely more appropriate. I also learned from you today that when it comes to filling out when it comes to resume building, be prompt and keep it concise. No need to have a super long resume, just have all the information. And I like what you said about gearing your resume to the particular job you're looking for, especially for our viewers who has a lot of experience. You don't necessarily need to put every job that you have. So if you working and get into the manufacturing business, and you have some experience in that, use those jobs. Also, the forklift training and any training that you have is a good thing to add to your resume too. So yes, again, thank you for everything. Thank you for all of the tips. To all our viewers, we will be back on a little bit later with more tips and with a different speaker talking about our reentry program that we offer here at Goodwill as well. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at those spaces earlier. Again, those are Goodwill, www.goodwillnwoohio.com, Facebook, Goodwill Now, or at JCC NWO. You can come in person at the Madison location or the DeVoe location, and you can reach us via phone 419-255-0070. extension 3104, or email at jcc@goodwillnwohio.org. Thank you again, Candy, for joining us.
Thank you.
We will see you guys soon. Thank you.